questions today. And there are some questions that we get asked every single day about our sea lions. Now with Jack today, we are going to answer the most important. Well, what kind of animal is he? Now you're probably thinking, well, we've come along to your sea lion theatre, watched one of your sea lion shows, and you've introduced him as a sea lion. Correct, he's a sea lion. However, lots of people will also go home and they write us some lovely reviews. They come up to us at the end of the show. We hear you as we're all walking around the Discovery Trail day of the year. Our sea lions get called seals. Tortured soul up there says that is not right. He is not a seal. Although seals and sea lions are pretty similar, there are a few little differences. Now the first difference is on either side of the handsome head. He has got some little sticky out ears. Now from the front they are a little bit like Shrek ears, just poking out each side there, but seals do not have these. Their ears are internal and usually just holes covered with fur. I appreciate though, none of you have come along here today to look at a sea lion's earlobe. So you know what, we'll move on. The next two differences are far more obvious and, personally, far more interesting. Now the first is to do with the size of their front flippers. Now if you're an adult in our audience today, your hand as an adult is about the size of an adult seal's front flipper, which is pretty impressive. Well done you adults. But if Vicky puts her hand next to Jack's, you can see his are much larger. They're about the length of her arm. Now that difference in flipper size means that seals have to push themselves along with their back flippers. Sea lions, meanwhile, pull themselves along with those bigger front flippers. They can do 25 miles an hour. They can actually launch themselves out of the water at heights up to 3 meters, which is very well done. Now the final difference between the two is how they move up on land. So sea lions are awesome. They have a rotating hip joint, so they can tuck all 4 flippers underneath themselves. They can run, they can gallop, they can climb. Normally large boulders, we've got a very conveniently placed tower in the corner of the stage. Now of course when they get to the top there is only one way back in. However, Jack needs a bit of encouragement, so on 3, we're going to give him a great big cheer. So here we go. 1, 2, 3.
It sounds a little sarcastic.
I feel like we've got more in you. That's the example you have to follow up at the back there. Yes, give it everything. Massive cheer on 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Very nicely done. Now compared to a seal, seals have a fixed hip joint. Seals move like this. Yeah, it's not quite as good, is it? That motion, if you're interested, is known as galumphing, and I challenge anyone to say that word without a smile on their face. It is a brilliant word. So ladies and gentlemen, those are the differences between seals and sea lions. Now what we are also going to do with Jack is we are going to touch a little